Hey guys, big welcome to my channel. And if you've clicked this video, I'm going to assume that you, like me, want to make some extra money on the side by driving Uber. So recently I signed up and I'm going to share what I know of it with you guys, and I'll give you, I'll shoot you straight and I'll tell you exactly how it's gone so far and what you should expect from the sign up process and the actual driving for Uber and how much money. So you're going to see that you can actually have some pretty good days. Just working part-time. You can see some numbers there. We're going to go over those in a moment. Very first thing you're going to need is a car. I myself bought a 2013 Hyundai Elantra. I Googled best cars for it. So this is my little car. Maybe you'll see me on the road. And it's great on gas, great on insurance, cheap for parts if things go wrong, and cheap car to buy. The car was only 8,000 bucks, so you can't go wrong. So first things first, get a car. And many areas for Uber dictate how new or old a car may be. So some cities are like 7 years, some are 10 years. Um, so get the newest car that you can budget without going over by much, because you don't want to be spending way too much on a car and then not actually recouping the cost. So get a good little car, and then you're ready to apply. Now, when you go to sign up, you're going to have a full driver's license and valid insurance in your name. The vehicle doesn't have to be in your name, but the insurance does. And you're going to need a smartphone. And they do a criminal background check. I'm not sure exactly what all is involved in that. I don't have any criminal background, so I had nothing to worry about. But I'm not actually sure exactly what they're looking for, but just be aware of that. You have to take your vehicle in for a safety, and these things are all pertaining to Ontario, Canada, which is where I am, but I imagine it's the same pretty much anywhere. So once you complete all that, then you're at the waiting stage, and that's when you're sitting there waiting for what feels like an eternity, but really amounts to about a week or two. And once you sign up, then you're going to be able to start doing rides. As you can see here, that's the map that's going to you're going to be looking at as you're driving. So you're going to be driving around, picking people up, dropping them off. And I'm going to advise against Uber Eats. I don't know. I tried it. It's not for me. It's a pain in the ass to try to find parking. And then you've got to walk in, wait in line to get the food. Then you got to drive it. And all this, it's just too much of a hassle. For me, it wasn't worth it. For you, maybe it is. Anyhow, that's totally up to you guys. But as for the driving itself, I enjoy driving. That's going to be one of those key things for this, is that you actually have to enjoy driving. If you don't like driving, don't bother, because you're not gonna like this. Traffic doesn't bother me, well, especially not if I'm making money for it. Um, and you've got to have a good attitude. You've got to be able to, stay positive, stay polite, maybe joke around with people. I put in some cool lights in my car, and I put in a subwoofer in the trunk and stuff like that. And I have the aux cord ready. I do supply bottled water most of the time. I got a thing of candy. And this will all keep your ratings up. My actual ratings are on the screen, and I try to keep a high rating by just keeping people happy. And so as you're driving around and you're keeping people happy, and you're going to start making some money. Now, you're going to, in your area, have to find what are the good times and what aren't, because realistically, it's different in different areas. So Friday and Saturday nights, from say 10 o'clock till about 4 or 5 a.m. is very busy in Toronto. I've done a bunch of driving around in Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Toronto, and all these places are pretty good, but Toronto being the busiest. And they also have Uber Pool, which is a different way to, it's kind of, you can actually be picking up 3 or 4 different people along the route, and each one of them is paying a lower rate, but you, the driver, are still end up making more if you end up going on a long distance trip kind of as you're dropping people off. So it's up to you though. You don't have to accept them. If you try them and you don't like it, you don't have to accept them. I don't mind it though, but it is a gamble, because if you only pick up one person, you're only getting paid for one person. So, which is a reduced rate, but I don't let that bother me. I've found that the pay, it can vary. I'm off on holidays this week, so I decided to spend a couple days just driving around just to try it. And, I made over $200 today and 150 yesterday. So it's not too bad. I didn't, I'm not grinding it and, trying too hard. Uh, but there's other days where you can actually earn significantly less or significantly more. It's a matter of finding where it's going to work in your city, and there's going to be some trial and error to this. Now, many people that have used Uber know that there's things called boost, which is basically surge pricing. When there's an event going on or there's a need for more drivers in an area, the rate actually goes up, and you can get double, even triple the regular rate. So there's potential there to make a lot of money, such as we had a quick surge period one night in Hamilton, and I drove somebody a 6 minute trip, and it was $21, and so not bad for 6 minutes. But I actually kind of felt bad about that. So far, I'll tell you, I haven't had any trouble with passengers. I know a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, I don't know about picking up drunk people." I personally haven't had any problems. That doesn't mean that it'll be okay for you. It's hard to say. Everything's been fine for me. I had a few instances where, like, an Uber pool person didn't come out. I waited 10 minutes and then I finally had to cancel the call, which I do get a $5 cancellation fee for. But that person was quite upset by that and didn't feel that I should have done that. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this little video of me driving around New York and parking my truck in the underground. Well, the valet guy. But anyhow, little things like that might pop up from time to time, but it's important that you always maintain your composure. And, I just apologize and I say, I'm sorry, I've waited long enough. I had to cancel the call. And, and just move on from it. You're going to pick up other people that are going to be great and happy to see you. If anyone becomes belligerent, you just cancel their call. Um, but I so far have not had anyone puke in my car, but apparently you do get a puking fee if they do, to cover the cost of cleaning, like $120 or something like that. And it's this is not something I would do as a full-time job, because you got to be, thinking the wear and tear on your car, the tires, the brakes, the oil changes. Um, you know what I mean? It's all going to add up. So yes, you know what? I can go out and I can make $600 part-time in a week. I could probably make $1,000 this week if I wanted to. And who knows? Maybe I will. I'm off. Maybe I'll do that. But always keep in mind that eventually it's going to catch up with you and your car is going to need work. And so that's one of those things. The other thing to keep in mind is, for where I am at least, they're adding HST cost, which is our sales tax, onto every call. So every call you are receiving 13% tax, and it is up to you to set that money aside and pay it to the government at the end of the year. Now, with that being said, my understanding is that right now there's really no tracking. The government doesn't have access to the Uber data, so they don't know if you do or not. I will be. I want to buy a home next year, so I'm trying to, what I mean, up my income as best I can to make sure that I qualify for that. And so, but really, you should try to keep that in mind. So that's the sales tax, plus you're going to have to save like the income tax when you declare the income. You're still going to have to pay additional tax. So all of a sudden, that $600 you made could all of a sudden only be really 400 in your pocket. Keep that in mind before you sign up, because that's just reality. Now, is it a waste of time? I mean, that's a lot of driving to, end up, say, a $600 week and only end up actually making $400. It depends. What were you doing anyway? For me, if I was just going to be sitting on my couch, or, what I mean, playing video games or whatever, then sure, I might as well go do it. If you had anything more important to do, you had a better job offer, something better going on where you should have been making money somewhere else, do that. It's not worth it for the wear and tear on your car, and the hours you're spending out on the road and all that. Go do whatever else it is. This is great for making money if there was A, nothing better to do. Two, you're just kind of, you know what I mean? Let's just say if you're one of those people that every month falls a little short and could use a little extra cash, do this for that. I wouldn't suggest trying to rely on this full time. And I know a lot of people do, and maybe it's going okay for them. But for me, it definitely wouldn't be the way to go. But anyway, I just wanted to share my thoughts on Uber so far. I'm enjoying it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the description, and that's actually, if you're thinking of signing up, just go ahead and click that link. What it does, it gives me a little referral bonus. I get a few bucks sent to me, and when I say a few bucks, I think it's like $300. I got that for the first person I referred, so we'll see. But anyhow, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video and found it informative. And if you have any questions, I will definitely give you honest answers. So just put whatever it is you want to know down in the comment section below, and I will tell you whatever it is I can anyway to try to help you out. I just wanted to give you some honest information, the best I thought possible, because I saw so many mixed things on YouTube and on Google, and people saying that Uber's a scam and that they're slave drivers, and other people saying you're going to make $10 million a year on Uber. It's the greatest thing ever. I think it's okay. And that's my takeaway from this, and hopefully you guys understand that. I think it's okay. And that's really the best I can do. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you can appreciate the, I've shown you, those are my actual numbers. Everything I put on the screen were actually my numbers. So, yeah, hopefully that's helped answer some of your questions if you ever wondered about how it works. And we'll see you guys next time, and maybe I'll share some Uber stories or something on another video. Thanks for watching, guys.